Hi guys, my name is Trinh and today I'm here to film a TBR video for the O.W.L.s magical readathon. If you don't know, it is a Harry Potter inspired readathon hosted by BOOKTUBERS. It's taking place in April of 2020 and I'm so excited to participate again because I did participate last year for the 2019 version. I will have the link to the video down in the description box below. Basically, for this readathon, you get to choose a profession in the wizarding world and then you get to read the books that correlate to the prompts. Last year, I chose to be an aura. I'm pretty sure I passed an O.W.L.s magical readathon, but I failed the newts. But for this year, I chose to be a librarian because I feel like it's very different. For this video, I'm going to tell you the 5 books that I'm planning to read because there are 5 subjects that I must pass. If you are interested in participating, like I said, the video will be down in the description box below. Alright, so now I'm going to tell you the books that I'm planning to read. So the very first subject is Ancient Runes, and the prompt is Heart Rune, heart on the cover or in the title. Of course, I have to pick Wicked Heart by Lisa Raven. This is the 3rd book of a trilogy. Basically, the first 2 books follow these 2 characters, and this book follow one of the main character's sisters. So her name is Alyssa, and basically she is the stage director, I believe, in a Broadway show, and she has a crush on this guy named Liam. Turns out Liam and his fiance will be starring in that Broadway show. I believe this is a new adult romance novel, so I really want to read it. I find that I rarely read new adult romance novels nowadays, so I really want to change that. So I'm gonna pick this book up and hopefully I can finish this in April and give you a proper review in my wrap-up video. The second subject is Arithmancy, magical qualities of number 2, balance/opposites. Read something outside your favorite genre. So I feel like nonfiction is definitely out of my comfort zone because I rarely read nonfiction. I always read fiction books. I found this in my TBR shelf and it's called The Unwanted by King Nguyen. The author is Vietnamese and I believe this takes place around the time when Saigon fell. I think back in 1975. Oh my god. Yep, 1975, and it's about his journey when he was in Vietnam to when he's in America, because I'm pretty sure this is a immigration story. I think that's very important because I am Vietnamese. The fall of Saigon has a huge effect in Vietnam and of course a lot of Vietnamese people too. This story is about King Nguyen and I cannot wait to read it because I really need to read this book. I've had this for a while, but then also I really want to read books about Vietnamese people and written by Vietnamese authors. So I feel like this is a really great book for this prompt. The 3rd subject is Defense Against the Dark Arts. So the prompt is O.W.L.s, book set at the sea/coast. I chose House of Salt and Sorrow by Aaron M. Craig. I think it's actually Aaron A. Craig, so I was really close. All I know about this book is that it's inspired by Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses, and once I heard that I was like, bet I'm reading this book. I'm pretty sure it was inspired by that movie or like similar to that movie because I love a lot of like the Barbie movies and I really adore the 12 Dancing Princesses. I've heard really great things about this book because a few months ago I participated in this video created by Katie from Katie's Book Nook. A lot of booktubers recommend House of Salt and Sorrow, so I really want to read it and I feel like this is a great opportunity for me to read this book. I don't have a copy of my own, but I will purchase it in April, so I'm very excited for this book and I think it's gonna be really good. The 4th subject is History of Magic and the prompt is Witch Hunt, book featuring witches/wizards. For this prompt, I chose Serpent and Dove by Shelby Maharan. Now, everyone has read this book. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people have read this book and it has mixed reviews. I've heard great things about this book and I've heard some shady ass things about this book. I've heard that this story is about these 2 characters. One is a witch and the other is a witch hunter, and basically they get married for whatever reason. They fall in love for real. So that's all I've heard, and like I said, I've heard mixed reviews about this book. I really want to read it to form my own opinions because I'm curious about this book. The cover is pretty and this is an arc. I hope it's good. If it's not, then that sucks. The last subject is Transfiguration. The prompt is an Amicus lecture book/series that includes shape shifting. I'm gonna pick Chain of Gold. I read this book literally last week. I keep thinking about this book and I keep finding excuses to read it because my boyfriend encourages me to reread this book. But when I asked Sandy like, hey, should I reread this book for the prompt? Sandy's like, bitch, no. She has good reasons to be like, no, you cannot read that book because it doesn't have shape-shifting. But I fight against her and be like, Tessa is in this, and then the main villain is a shapeshifter. At the end of the day, I won. Well, kinda. It's more like me just bringing up excuses and Sandy being like, okay girl, if you want to read it then you can. Technically I won. I did not. Chain of Gold is a new book by Cassandra Clare. Basically, this is the first book of the Last Hours trilogy, and the Last Hours trilogy is a sequel series of the Infernal Devices trilogy. If you have read TID, then you know the characters. When you read this book, you will see the children of those characters. This book is really great. I finished this book. I love it so much. I have a reading vlog for this book, and I will have a book review and discussion for this book. I'm pretty sure that video will be up before this video. I will have all of the links down in the description box below, so I highly recommend for you to check them out. I'm so freaking excited to reread this book. I know that I shouldn't, but I don't care. I will, because it brings me joy and I cannot wait to feel pain again. So those are all of the books that I'm gonna read for the O.W.L.s Magical Readathon. It's happening in April. I'm so excited for this. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye!